it can feel nice to be needed and have a partner who's needy because it gives you a sense of value. This person needs you. And I think for the masculine and feminine dynamic, it's essential a lot of the time to have a masculine man who is needed and to have a feminine woman who is needy, who thinks about her man. And if you are more of a feminine person and you have this natural neediness about you, I don't think you should change that if it's natural. But I think for a lot of guys, let's say 80% of guys, they have a masculine energy and they will not benefit from being needy. And you've likely experienced this in your own life, where being needy, whether it's in romantic relationships or in just platonic friendships, it has been your downfall. It certainly has made me shoot myself in the foot a few times by being needy, by having a sense of desperation. You know, I'll read you a journal entry that I was reading the other day. Or actually, I found it today from... Where is it? From the 6th of May 2024. And it's about a girl. Always about a girl, isn't it? That I was thinking of at the time. So let me read it to you. This endeavour with this girl has proved challenging. I await her messages too much. Right now I'm waiting for a reply. I want to speak with her on the phone. Texting isn't enough. I want to take her on a date, get to know her, and ease my restless mind. I've not been doing myself any favours. I still can't tell if she's really interested. She keeps replying to my messages, which is a good sign, but that could purely be out of politeness. It's 10 p.m. and I sent her a message an hour ago, replying to a message that took her a few hours to send. It's stupid if you think about it. I guess I'm desperate for love, and this is the first time I've had the opportunity to pursue it. I'm trying to be neutral about the whole thing, but I can't. I appreciate my friend listening to my complaints, yet he hasn't given any decent advice. If no progress has been made by the 13th of April... Oh, so this was actually in April, not March, I think I said, or May. Then I'm backing down. No point pursuing her if she isn't interested. I will respect that. She's been sending me semi-flirtatious responses to my messages. I say semi because I'm not 100% sure. There's two possibilities to why she doesn't reply so fast. A, she's actually busy, but who's busy at 10 p.m? B, she's not interested. This is becoming the most likely theory, but I can't seem to stop trying. Dang! Past Benjamin had a lot going on. And it makes me smile. You could probably hear myself chuckling a bit whilst reading this because it's so crazy to see how far I've come. And that is just a perfect example of neediness right there. In this case, it was... I remember it vividly as well. Just waiting for these girls' messages. I think I mentioned before, I'd be staring at my ceiling. I was laying on my bed waiting for a message. I think it took her like a day to reply. Half a day maybe. I was laying on my bed staring at the ceiling listening to Let Her Go by Passenger. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know the road when you're missing home. I've done the lyrics wrong there, but I was literally listening to a breakup song for a girl I'd never been on a date with. Let that sink in. If that's not neediness, I don't know what is. And did I go on a date with this girl? Did this girl suddenly change her mind and decide she wanted to be with me? No. I think from the very start she wasn't interested. I'd asked her to go on a date or to hang out, and she'd say she was busy and she didn't reschedule. There were so many blatant signs, but I kept messaging. It was only a few days later that I decided to have the self-respect. I decided to man up and realize she's not interested. I don't care about raising her interest. I don't need to raise her interest. I will leave it there. And I would have loved for her to have turned around and say, oh yes, sorry, I'm just been very anxious, and oh, I really like you, and oh, it's very attractive that you've been doing this, replying and sending these messages and waiting for me. Actually, no, I wouldn't have wanted that, because it wouldn't have allowed me to become the man I am today. It's crazy to think about how that was me just a year ago. The 6th of April. It says it here on my notes. 6th of April 2024. 10:08 p.m. And I wrote this. And you can see, even in what I was writing, I was still in two minds about it. I still had a sense of, this girl isn't interested. And I was self-aware. I said, I guess I'm just desperate for love, and this is the first time I've had the opportunity to pursue it, because it was. Up until this point, I'd never been on a date before in my life. I was literally, I was going to say thirsty, but it was more than that. What's the word for more thirsty? Like, severely dehydrated. That's what I was. Your boy was in the Sahara Desert with no hydration. And I can laugh at it now, but at the time it was really, really tough. It messed with me for a good week. I was thinking about this girl, and in this situation of, she was replying to my message really fast, and then she kind of somewhat rejected me, but I was still messaging her, and then she was taking hours and hours to reply. Wow. And if you're in a situation like this, all I can say is get the hell out of there and do some self-assessment. This is what I needed to hear a year ago. Because it might be for you. You might be exactly like me, where a year ago I was 18 years old, never been on a date, never properly flirted with a girl, had no idea how to flirt with a girl. And becoming obsessed with this girl who I'd never been on a date on. And this will leak into other aspects of your life. This neediness, this desperation, this lack of self-respect. It will pollute the rest of your life if you allow it to. And there has been times when it's polluted my life as well, where I became needy with friends. I was wanting friends to invite me out. You know, they were going out with their friends, and I was feeling FOMO because I wasn't invited. And I've been feeling that somewhat recently as well, but why? Why do we as humans feel we need to be liked all the time? And I guess it's because just we need a sense of importance, but it's counterintuitive to be needy, to want things, to want the girl, to want her attention, to want to be around her all the time and have your friends around you all the time. It will shoot you in the foot. You are shooting yourself in the foot. Because let's say you're a guy with masculine energy. You're a masculine presenting man who's attracted to feminine women. Feminine women are not attracted to neediness. Because neediness is very feminine. They don't want a guy who's thinking about them all the time. They don't want a guy who wants their attention all the time, who's chasing after them all the time. Because if you become more feminine, if you become more needy, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but this is just the case of things, right? This is just the baseline of it all. If you become more needy, if you allow your neediness into the relationship, and to be more feminine, she will have to become more masculine. And who knows what will happen then. And I'm not saying that you need to completely reject your girl and not give any of your attention to allow her to chase after you all the time, refuse to take her out, focus solely on your business. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to have a good mixture. Focus on your work, make your work your priority, your business, your mission, your purpose, whatever it is, your vocation, your ikigai. Make that your primary focus. Work on that hours a day. And then have hours with your girl where you are totally present. Where you're not thinking about work. Where you're thinking about the present moment, you're thinking about her. She will love you so much and value the time with her so much more than if you were just sort of present but still thinking about work, or you didn't really have work to do and you were just available all the time. You know what the correct balance is. You've now discovered how to shake your neediness. Now all you've got to do is go on the same journey that 2024 Benjamin did and become a man who is needed rather than needy. Hope you've enjoyed the video, bro. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. You know what it is. I'll see you in the next one. God bless, and as always, you take very good care of yourself.